Rüdiger Hürde Voraussetzungen
Back here making a video for teachers on how to create a peer critique assignment through Blackboard. Exciting stuff. Here we go. All right, so the first thing we need to do is go to the place where this assignment is going to be for the students. I created a content area called Turnitin Assignments. And I have a folder there called SA1, and that's where students submitted their rough draft, which I showed you how to create the link for that in my last video. In this video, we're going to turn that into a peer critique assignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and go to Turnitin Assignment. I am going to select Peer Mark instead of Paper Assignment. And it is going to ask me to select a base assignment for the peer review. The base assignment is the pile of papers that it is pulling from to do the peer review. And that, in this case, is that rough draft SA1. You can see the due date there, and that is important because the peer critique will start the minute after the rough draft of SA1 is due. So this is due Friday night at 11:59 p.m. And you can see the peer review starts Saturday morning in the wee hours, a minute after midnight. I usually allow late papers to be submitted because I teach online and I need the flexibility. I call it something like go here to critique SA1, so students know what it is just by looking at it. You can decide whether you want them to be able to read each other's names or be anonymous. And I always allow students without a paper to review. And I leave point value empty because I do all that stuff myself in the grade book, in the grade center later. All right, so the start for the peer review is 1 minute after the base assignment is due. And then the end, I'm going to make that 1 week later. That means they have a week to log in and complete that. Now here's the wrinkle. The wrinkle is that I told you I allow late submissions for the rough draft of SA1. Now, the way peer critique works is that papers are assigned to students when they log in to complete peer critique. If there is a student who waits too long to submit the rough draft of SA1, they miss the due date, they wait 5 days, the peer critique is due a day later, they are allowed to critique other people's papers, but it's unlikely anyone will critique theirs because it was submitted into the batch after everyone completed that assignment. Most people don't log into peer critiques and do them at the last minute. I know you don't believe me, but that's my experience. So anyways, I know that's confusing, but hopefully you'll learn as you go. I'm going to save and continue. Now, in this pane, we are selecting how many people will review papers and whether students will select them or it will be auto-selected and whether they require self-review. I usually just have 3 papers automatically distributed. And remember to click Save here or it won't save your settings. And the reason I pick 3 is because if you pick 2 or 1, there is a chance that someone won't do the assignment and a student will be left without any feedback from their peers. If you do 3, they might only get 2 back, but at least they didn't get 1 or none. So that's why I do 3. And save and continue. Now, in this pane, we're going to add our questions. I am going to do free response. My question is going to look like this. Look at the intro. Does it end with a thesis statement? Is the thesis statement an argument a reasonable person can disagree with? How would you revise it? Oops. Okay, and then I'm going to put 5 words for the minimum answer length and add my question. I usually try and do a mix of direction, yes and no questions, and open-ended questions in one question spot in peer critique. Now, that's one way to do it. You can add each question one by one, but if you do the same assignments and you use course copy, you can always add questions, and then you can save your questions in the library. So if this is essay 1 from the course 1510, I can click that. It will have all my questions, and then I can add all questions. When you add your questions the first time, if you want to save them, you save to library. I am going to save and finish, and it says it's completed. So when I go back to the folder, I see the base assignment, the rough draft of essay 1, and I see this item is hidden from students. That is because it will not show up to them until 1 minute after the rough draft of essay 1 is due. So I will tell students, go back to the same folder where you submitted the rough draft of essay 1. There will be a new link there. You will do your critiques in that. The other thing I wanted to show you is what it looks like. And this is just an image. What it looks like when you log in. So if you were to check students' work on that, you would go to Tools, Turnitin Assignments, and you would find the peer critique and click on it. And it will open information about how students have completed it. Since this is a test course and I'm just showing you an example, I don't have any students and no one did any work. But I went into a real course of mine and blurred out the names so you could see it. And it will show you the student's name, how many reviews they completed. It'll tell you how many reviews they received. You can click Read Review and see what other students said on their paper. You can click Read Review on other students that they submitted critiques for and see what the students said for them and all that good stuff. Again, that is through Course Tools, Turnitin Assignments, and then you find the Turnitin assignment that you want to look at, which is peer critique. And that's it for this video. I hope that I blew your minds with this awesome how-to, and check out the rest of the vids for teachers. Thank you.